I thought we came out strong. I thought we came out ready to play. We were excited. Had a good first series down. Did some really good things kind of there in that first quarter. And then after that, we couldn't get off the field. Couldn't get off the field on defense on 3rd and longs. Sutton made 2 huge plays, which were explosives. We missed one there on 4th down. Knew we were in 4-down territory, went for it there, and didn't get it offensively. So, the big tell tonight was 3rd downs. Obviously, you have over 200 yards alone just on 3rd downs. You're not going to be very successful. And again, we can't turn the football over. Those 2 things alone, you have 3 turnovers against a team like that, and 3rd down percentage defensively, not being able to get off the field, you're not going to have any success.
What about Sutton? I mean, he really hurts you guys.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's going to hurt a lot of guys. But we got to step up and make competitive plays. Some of that's, again, we got to do a better job in the secondary of understanding nothing matters what we did last year. I don't know what this last year thing is. It's a new group. It's a new team. We got to make sure we get focused in on getting better every single week. And we got to be much better than that. We need guys to step up and make competitive plays.
Sutton's first 3 touchdowns, it looked like you had a guy in position to make a play. Is that
Competitive
encouraging
play.
or more discouraging that you're there and just not finishing?
You're in position. He's gonna come down with something. I mean, he is who he is. I mean, he's a great football player. He'll probably be one of the best receivers we play all year. But that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you have to make competitive plays when they're there and available to you. So that's just getting better. And again, we got to do a much better job of getting that done.
What about the offensive route? You started out so great, and then you couldn't put anything together.
Offensively, we pressed too much. I thought we came out strong. We did some really good things, and we started pressing. And, it just takes 1 or 2 guys not doing their job on that play and trying to do too much. So I think that was the biggest thing on offense, and it kind of got us out of rhythm. And once that starts stacking up on you, it's hard to get out of that rut. And so, again, you just got to go out there and make routine plays that you do every single day in practice. And I didn't feel like they were doing anything that we hadn't seen, and felt like we had plenty of opportunities. Again, I just thought we pressed a little bit too much offensively.
Tough to see an opportunity against a rival like this kind of get away from you so quickly.
Yeah, it is, and it was tough, and it's disappointing. But at the same time, what we're going to do is we're going to grow from it. We're going to learn from it. We're going to all fix our mistakes as coaches, as players. It'd be one of those games that you better hear. Look up in a couple weeks and say we learned a lot from that game, and that's all you can do at this point.
Coach, if you take out 2 of those big swings of momentum, the muffed punt and then the overturned interception, do you feel like you guys have a chance to be right there at the end of the game?
I mean, I can't tell you because it didn't happen that way. And do I feel like we could have had a chance? Yeah, I felt like coming out in the second half, thought if we just executed, we'd get back in the game. And I knew offensively we could do some things. We just settled down. Once we did that, we moved the ball. But listen, you got to give SMU a lot of credit. Chad Morris has done a great job. They were the better team tonight, and again, we got to continue to grow and get better and learn from this experience and make sure we're a much better football team this next week.
Overall, just defensively, was it just hard to control all those skill position players?
Well, again, they're very talented. It's hard for me to sit here and say, without watching it, a lot of it, just because there's so much stuff going on throughout a game. But they have some weapons. Obviously, it's not just him. They have another receiver, a couple of receivers that I thought played a heck of a game. Their running backs are pretty slick, and they got a good squad offensively.
Offensively, it looked like y'all ran more wildcat reverses, although had tight formations a lot more. Why was that?
It's just different packages we've been working on, and I feel like it's a personnel we need to utilize a little better. Forces them to prepare for more. 1, 2, it forces them to make decisions on what their sub packages and what they want to look like with some of those guys in there. And I felt pretty good in some of those packages, but. Just can't press.
What did SMU do defensively to bottle up Jeffrey Wilson tonight?
Well, I mean, they're going to play a heavy box. I mean, they're heavy on their quarters. Their safeties get low, and they're hard in the run fit. But overall, I don't think I think we pressed a little. I think Jeffrey pressed a little bit tonight at times, and.
It looked like Lawler obviously had a big game. What did you see from the offensive line as far as the entire game goes?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Lawler had a big game tonight. What did you see from your offensive line as far as trying to contain him and the entire defensive line that looked like they had success against y'all's offense?
Need to be better. I thought we were average. We weren't solid as we were last week. Again, I thought we missed a couple of assignments that shouldn't have been. They're basic stuff that got the quarterback hit in the mouth a couple times in our run game. So again, we're just going to grow from this and get better. I mean, we got to get much better.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You know, credit SMU for making the play. You know, changing what they needed to do to stop us. And I think we kind of we pressed a little bit and tried to do too much and not just doing our job. I think we, individually, I think we were just trying to do too much and we just didn't do what coaches were asking us to do and just make the easy play.
Do you feel like part of that pressing came from it being such a big rivalry game early in the season?
There's probably a lot of factors that play into it that, why people might have pressed. But, we just know we're going to learn from it, and we'll just use it for next week.
It seems like you guys had a real trouble establishing the run tonight. Why was that?
We'll go back and watch film, and we'll look at it and see what happened. But, like I said, we got to credit SMU. They did a great job, had a great game plan, and went out there and executed their game plan a little bit better than we did.
Did you feel like it was starting to get away from you? You're up 10-0, and they start scoring. You weren't able to respond.
I never felt like he was getting away from me. As long as there's time and downs on the clock, I feel like we can always win the game. That's the kind of mentality we got to have on offense. So we always thought we had a chance to win the game no matter what.
You took a lot of shots tonight. Same with the Lamar game. Does that worry you at all?
No, not at all. That's going to happen. It's football. We're going to get better in all aspects of our game, and that's me getting the ball out and checking it, and that's the offensive line, making a couple of adjustments. But that's part of the game. It doesn't worry me at all. We'll fix it and we'll move on.
You and Jalen Guyton connected a good amount of times tonight. What did you see from him?
JG's just a great football player. He's a great playmaker. He runs good routes, and he's just an overall great receiver. So we need to get him the ball, when we can, not force it, but when the opportunity's there, we got to give him the ball.
Thanks, Mason.
Thanks, Mason.